The lips were all burned up. Darkness covered the orchard again. Orchard.
हाँ ऑर्चार्ड भी बोलते हैं ऑर्चार्ड हाँ करो
Orchard again. Under the ashes, a few embers. Embers. Embrace small smoldered, and when a gust of wind blew over them, they skirted up briefly, then felt right up briefly, then flickered out again. Halku warmed, wrapped.
डब्ल्यू साइलेंट होते हैं हल्कू
Halku wrapped himself up in his shawl again and sat by the warm ashes, humming a tune. The fire had a tune. The fire had warmed him through, but as the cold began to spread, he felt drowsy. Jabra gave a loud bark and ran toward the field. Halku realized that
फील्ड वहाँ है फील्ड हल्कू हाँ
toward the field.
हाँ
Halku realized that his meant this meant a pack of wild animal had probably broken into the field. They might be Nilgai. He he distinctly heard the noise of this moving around. They are moving around. Then it seemed to him they must be grazing. He began to hear the sound of nibbling. He thought, no, with Jabra around, no animal can get into the field. He had ripped into it to rip stripped. I must have been mistaken. Now there's no sound at all. How could I have been mistaken? He shouted. Jabra went on barking and did not come to him. Then again there was the sound of munching and munching and crunching in the field. He could not have been mistaken this time. It really hurt to think about getting up from where he was. It was so comfortable there that it seemed intolerable to go to the field in this cold and chase after animals. He did not stray.
He didn't
Stray.
stray.
He shouted at the top of his lungs. Hello. Jabra started barking again. There was animals eating this field just his field just when the corpse was ready. Crop was ready. What a fine crop it was.
Crop it was.
And these cursed animals were destroying it with a firm resolve. He got up and took a few steps, but suddenly a blast of wind pursuing him with a sting like a scorpion, so that he went back and sat again by the extinguished fire. stirred up the ashes to warm his chilled body. Jabra was barking his lungs out. The Nilgai were destroying his field and Halku went
कहाँ है destroying?
destroying
This-
him. Devastating his field and Halku went on sitting peacefully. Here the warm ashes, his
Droniness.
Dorniness
Droniness.
had
Held him.
motionless as though with ropes wrapped in his soul. He fell asleep on the warmed ground near the ashes. When he woke in the morning, the sun was high and Munni says, "Do you think you?" Munni was saying, "Do you think you are going to sleep all day? You came out here and had a fine time while the whole field was being flattened. Halku got up and said, "Then you have just come from the field? Yes, it's all ruined. And you could sleep like that. Why did you bother to put up the shelter anyway?" Halku shout and excuse. "I nearly died and just managed to get through the night, and you worry about your crop. I had such a pain in my belly, I can't describe it." Then the two of them walked to the edge of their land. He looked. The whole field had been trampled. And Jabra was stretched out underneath the shelter as though he were dead. Though he were dead. They continue to stare at the ruined field. Muni's face was shadowed with grief, but Halku was content. Muni said, "Now you will have to hire yourself out to earn some money to pay off the rent and taxes." With a contented smile, Halku said, "But I won't have to sleep nights out there here in the cold."